they want nothing more than to recover, of course, right?
Okay.
So, what are you gonna
Are
do?
they honoring their tickets right
Yeah.
now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're running a business just like they look. I hate to say it, but WPHT is in Chapter 11 bankruptcy too, and they're running they're running also. They're fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a restructure. Basically, Chapter 11 bankruptcy is a restructure. So they have a chance to go back to their creditors and say, look, we owe you Spirit owns billions. We owe you $50 billion, whatever number it is, and we had these terms. Can we make new terms? And then the company that lent them money goes, well,
which is the bank. Normally,
if we don't make those new terms, you're going to go out of business, and we're gonna lose our $50 billion. So here's the new terms. So Chapter 11 bankruptcy is actually really good for a lot of companies when it happens, as long as they can show they can get out.
Okay.
And it's possible they'll get out. It's possible. Somebody's going to hold on to it and see what happens. Whatever, if it happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
what can you do, right?
What's it do? I don't have enough of it where I think I lost like 10 or 15 grand on it. It was a bad play. I definitely thought that they were gonna recover or they were gonna get bought out, and neither one happened. And funny, actually, all three happened, but the first two didn't. They were working on recovery, and they were working on getting bought out, and then all of a sudden they went bankrupt. So, all three things happened to the stock while I owned it.
Got you.
So it's not bad. Anyway, let's do this. Let's go to a commercial, and we'll come right back. That's with Investor Schooling. Do you know when
939-1137.
What?
That's 8.
This is Larry Steinhouse
Sorry
with
about that.
Investor Schooling.
That was
Ready
great.
for retirement? Have you prepared everything you need? Well,
thought you were
Investor
going to your
Schooling will
caller.
teach you So ways that's to what's better wrong. prepare for your retirement using real
Look at
estate
the
and the
CPU
stock
though.
market. But you need to learn how to do it
CPU's
right, and
crashing.
that's what we teach. At Investor Schooling, we sell nothing but education. Come to Investor Schooling and learn how to have a better retirement. Go to investorschooling.com and RSVP right now for this Thursday's class at 7 o'clock. Go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
Number 6, call your iPad. Maybe you need to
This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Don't go through life ignorant about how to become a millionaire. Learn how to invest in real estate, the stock market, precious metals, and learn from an expert. At Investor Schooling, we teach these things and more. We only provide
Larry, you have a
education,
call
and we'll
there
teach you
when you
how
come
to
back?
leverage real put estate, 'em up there. How to leverage the stock market, and how to leverage precious metals to make more money than you've ever made before. Go to investorschooling.com and take a complimentary class this Thursday. We will see you there. Investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Do you know when the best time to buy investments? It's now. It's always now. You just need to learn how to buy them correctly. This is Larry Steinhouse with You may know me from my book, Money Hacks. You may know me from my radio shows, and you may even know me from some of these commercials. But listen, I'm teaching stuff that people need to learn about money. In fact, my favorite topic is money. So go to investorschooling.com and you will learn things about money that you never even knew existed. We will teach you things about real estate, about the stock market, and about how to use your IRAs properly. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday night at 7 o'clock. That's investorschooling.com.
So you just got Sterling in California.
This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Don't go through life ignorant about how to become a millionaire. Learn how to invest in real estate, the stock market, precious metals, and learn from an expert. At Investor Schooling, we teach these things and more. We only provide education, and we will teach you how to leverage real estate, how to leverage the stock market, and how to leverage precious metals to make more money than you've ever made before. Go to investorschooling.com and take a complimentary class this Thursday. We will see you there. Investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
All right. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I am Larry Steinhouse. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling, and we teach people how to invest in real estate, the stock market, how to make more money than they've made before with other investments. We teach all kinds of cool stuff. I'm here with my awesome co-host, Dr. Deb Anderson, and I'm also here with Omri.
Another one.
Give him the phone number, Omri.
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. We need to change the background. You see the white over the white background? People don't see the 1137 part.
I know. I'm
In
running
the
this.
banner.
This is. I'm in limp mode now because the online stream isn't working. So I'm in limp mode. I'm trying to get the online stream up by showing as least video as possible because it's straining this
Okay.
iPad. So that's the problem. All right, we actually got a call. What's going on, Sterling?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Hey, man. Really sorry to hear about your mom.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sterling.
that's
Larry
why
just told me. I'm so
listening.
sorry.
Thank you so much. Yeah, she's a great lady who made a tremendous impact on my life, and so
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is, and we all go through it. You know, the only two things that are true are death and taxes.
And taxes aren't always true.
And yeah, that's the one I help with.
Exactly.
I just, you know, I love listening to your show, you know, and, you know, always excited to hear your wisdom. And I don't know what I can add to the mix today, but, you know, a lot of exciting stuff out there with Trump coming into office. I think a lot of people are going to get some significant tax relief. The 168K bonus depreciation is going to come back. So there's going to be a lot of ways to buy assets and not pay taxes, use the government's money to make acquisitions. So I'm excited about 2025 and all the possibilities that are going to happen there, because there's going to be, I think, a big boom and an opportunity out there, the right investment, minimize your tax profile, and make a lot of money.
Yeah, you know, we I haven't seen you in almost a year, man. We need to get together. You need to come here. I need to go to California.
I'm up for that anytime. You know, I just couldn't make any plans when
I know.
you know, you're taking care of the number one lady, and you know, so I've kind of been in hiatus. I'm actually I'm feeling like a pony that has spring fever, so I'm looking forward to do some traveling in January and, you know, through April, and, you know, maybe we can make that happen. I haven't been to Philly in a long time. I'm hankering for a Philly cheese and some of that great deli you have out there.
So that's about the only thing that's good about Philly is Philly cheesesteak. Everything else.
Oh, stop it! That's not true.
So can you?
I agree with.
Yeah, can you talk about a bit about the tax credit that he's talking about?
So, okay, why don't you tell him about the 168?
Yeah.
Okay, so bonus depreciation currently sits at 60%. It goes down every year because they've made the Trump tax credit sunset. Because you know, Democrats always require.
Difference between the categories here.
What?
There's a huge difference between the category here.
Well,
Airplane.
listen to him.
Well, yeah, but they all fall under the same.
All right, so hold on one second. I just before starting, I just want to let everybody know this is one of the leading experts in tax mitigation. I mean, when you talk about like tax mitigation, Sterling is one of the leading experts. It's amazing. He actually knows if you were selling a $10 million building, fine, and you had already taken all the depreciation, and you need to figure out how to pay less taxes on this $10 million building, Sterling will figure it out. That's how important this guy is. So when he's talking about something like this, you need to be quiet and listen to him.
Okay.
I just wanted you to get the respect you deserve, man.
Yeah, let me give you an example. So, you could buy certain provisions in the tax code under Trump's 2017 Jobs Act. Like you could buy a gas station which had 15-year depreciation, and you could buy it with leverage. Let's assume that you had to put 30% down. Well, effectively, you would get $3 in depreciation for every dollar in taxes, or for every dollar in equity. So what does that mean? Well, what's three times that 30% of equity? Well, that's right at 90%. If your state conforms and you get the same multiple on the state tax, effectively you've got 100% return on your money. So what did you do? You bought a gas station with a car wash that sold a little gas and basically the government paid for it.
You get that?
And so
That was a little complicated, but did you get that, Omri?
Pretty much.
So basically, you got so much
yeah,
so much of a write-off. Go ahead.
Yeah, rather than pay your taxes, you go out and buy this asset, and it writes down your tax bill so much that the government effectively paid for this new facility, and you use their money.
So for real estate, if I'm not correct, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 25 years, right?
27.
Well, that's residential. It's 27 and a half.
Okay.
Commercial is 37 and a half.
Okay.
But things like car washes and gas stations are 15 because they're primarily made of metal. And there's a special provision if they sell at least 50% petroleum product, they got that special accelerated depreciation.
All right. So Sterling,
likely,
as always,
yeah,
you are so ahead, like so above, most of the people are listening. But I tell you what I want to do, because to your conversation right now, I mean, I'm fascinated by it. But there are certain people out there, and you could deal with anybody in any state, right?
Oh yeah, anybody, any state,
right?
All
right. So this is what I would do, because there are certain people. There are certain people who listen to the station right now going, wow, I need to find out more about this. And instead of, we only have about 10 minutes left on this show, and instead of doing that, why don't you give everybody contact information, and they can call you, and that way, if they have a problem, or if they want to figure out how to use this depreciation, in a situation they have, or if they have a situation where they're about to sell a business, and they need to figure out how to save taxes, how can they reach you?
Well, I'll give my cell phone. It's 626-483-1738, 626-483-1738. Or you can look me up on my webpage. It's financialarchitects.com, plural with an S, financialarchitects.com. Or if you just Google my name, Sterling Louviere, you'll find me. The last name is Louviere. But there's lots of ways not to pay tax.
I have a question for you, Sterling, because I'm hearing all kind of translation to the law about this subject. What's the depreciation for a mobile home? Because it is counted as a car.
It depends on its size. It is treated like a personal property because it's metal. I have to specifically look that up, but smaller homes, like under 450 square feet, you can use that same tactic because it becomes considered personal property.
Correct.
And then you can accelerate depreciate that in a single year. In fact, we use that strategy, and then we bolt it to the ground so it changes into real property.
That's pretty wild. All right, dude, Sterling. I got other callers, and I really need to get to them. But man, you blow my mind all the time. Give everybody your phone number one more time.
626-483-1738.
All right, and we're going to catch up. You and I are going to hang out together. We're going to play some cards. We're going to smoke some cigars, and I will talk to you soon, man. All right. Michael in Cherry Hill, you got a question about selling a house to your grandson. Tell me about this. Tell me about the situation.
Yeah, how you doing, brother? Nice station, like the show.
Thank you.
I'm 75, and I'm thinking about going into assisted living. And the house I own right now, it's not fully paid. I still have a mortgage at 2.5%. I want to know if I could do something with my grandsons to get that somehow. It's from the VA and all that, the mortgage.
Oh, yeah. This is great stuff. So we teach a process in which you could buy houses by taking over other people's mortgages, and this is a perfect scenario for you.
What is a VA, by the way? Veteran
Association. You got a VA loan, so he's got a really low rate. So how long ago did you buy the house?
I got it for, I think, 2019 or 2018 is when I bought. I rented it first to make sure the house was right. So
so you got
a carpenter. I served down a Navy Yard apprenticeship, so there ain't nothing I can't do.
All right.
I take your engine out of the car and put it in my car.
All right, so here's a question, and I'm assuming your grandson's not listening, so you can answer honestly. Is your grandson responsible enough to pay that mortgage every month?
I'm sure that could be worked out because my daughter still will be involved with that. He's 26, and I have another one that's 21. They would be together. There would be two of them in here.
All right. I mean, that might be an interesting scenario to have two siblings living together. But okay, that's my concern. So the only way to do this right is you have to do it so that they actually pay the mortgage on time. If not, it becomes a problem for you. That's all. So you can take the property over. It's just the basics are simple. You would put the property in a trust. Your grandson would become the trustee, and then he would make payments on it. It's a very simple process. I shouldn't say it's a simple process. It's simple when you know how, but it's something that I can teach you how to do. I don't know if you want to come into the school, if you want to call me during the week. Maybe call me during the week. You can the number you just called will go directly to my cell phone when the show's not on. So if you want to call,
go to your cell phone, the 855 number. Okay,
yeah, right.
Great.
So if you want to call me at that number when during the week, you leave me a message, I'll call you back. All right. So I'll be able to try to help you with it. But you can absolutely do this, or if not, I will make arrangements that that either I'll buy the house or I'll find somebody else to buy the house for you. But if your grandson wants it, that's fine. I'll just teach you how to do it. It's just a little bit of work on your part.
You said about assistant living something. When do you think about moving?
That's where I would want to go to live. If I do that, sell the house, I would go into assisted living place. I don't want to cook. I don't want to clean. I don't want to do that no more. Getting too old for that.
Right, gotcha.
5 years.
Would you stop? You have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, all right, great.
This is the third home I own through the VA, so my credit's still I think 800 or 780, whatever it is.
Great.
The other thing is, if that blew up and I wanted to sell the house to some guy I talked to about 4 months ago, he wants to buy the house and knock it down and put two houses on the property because it's the biggest property on the road I'm on.
Wow, that's great.
It's over 3/4 of an acre. Could that be done as a residential? Can you knock one?
That's not your problem.
Put two of it on it?
So that's not your problem,
could that be done?
right? Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the zoning, but that's not your problem. You sell the house, you sell the property to him for a good price, and if you get what you want, he'll worry about that. But either way, I'll be able to help you.
All right, bro. Hey, thank you, man. God bless you guys for doing all this.
Thank you, Michael.
Sometimes I don't know half the time what I'm doing about that nonsense.
You did the right thing. You called me.
Oh, yeah. You ain't lying, bro. Plus, I served my country 3 times in Vietnam, so I was a sniper. So
we appreciate you, man.
You're welcome, bro.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Hey, God bless you guys. The Christmas, the Thanksgiving's over. I hope you had turkey, but I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And I'll talk to you during the Tuesday or something.
All right, sounds good.
All
right, Michael.
Hey, God bless you. Thank you, bro.
God bless you too, man. Appreciate the call. All right, we got about, I don't know, whatever. Maybe we got half a minute. So I just want to make sure I thank everybody for listening. You guys are cool. You guys online, my apologies. We will have this solved next week. I finally found out what the problem is. Took me a little while. Anyway, I want to thank the sweet Glenn Page for producing this today. I want to thank Dr. Deb and, of course, Omri for being here today. And, of course, I want to thank all the listeners for being here and all the callers. And if you want to take a complimentary class, go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com, and you can take a complimentary class this week. And we're going to be ending the show now, and we'll be back on the air in 4 minutes with a new show. So this will be the third show that we did today. So we'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests.
It's funny, Glenn. I had forgotten what time it was. I didn't realize we were still in the first section because I was trying to end at 20 after.
Because of the commercial break.
Yeah.
We had a commercial break not too long ago.
That's okay.
What if
so it doesn't have you don't need to worry about the 5 years if you go to assisted living in your own house?
Assisted living is not the same as a nursing home.
What's the difference?
Battery. Or else
I know.
not going to have a house.
I know, that's pretty funny, I know.
So what's the difference?
Assisted living?
Yeah.
You pay for that yourself, and you just, people, it's like it's like a old age home. It's not it's not, there's nothing wrong with the guy. This is Larry
The government
Steinhouse
don't
with
pay for
Investor
that.
Schooling. Are you ready for retirement?
No,
Have
no,
you
I
prepared
get you.
everything
I
you
mean,
need?
they can if it
Well, at
was
Investor Schooling, we will teach
certain
you
people,
ways
but
to
no.
better prepare for your retirement using real estate and the stock market. But you need to learn how to do it right.
But I
And
appreciated
that's what
you
we
bringing it up,
teach.
but it
At
wasn't-
Investor
it
Schooling,
didn't-
we sell
it didn't
nothing
fit.
but education.
No, I didn't know there's a
Come to
difference
Investor
between those
Schooling
two
and
things.
Learn how to have a better retirement. Go to investorschooling.com and RSVP right now for this
So you can
Thursday's
see this
class
thing
at 7
maxing
o'clock.
out, Omri.
Go
You
to
want to see it?
investorschooling.com.
Here,
That's
come over here.
investorschooling.com.
You can see what the problem is. Look. CPU, see? And if you talk, the more you talk, the louder you talk, the more it loads out. See if you have any other open apps, or that's the only app that opens.
It's the only app that's open right now.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's what the problem is.
Okay.
He muted us.
That's how
I
we
hear
can
you.
guarantee if your reading isn't like
I turned the station off so it wouldn't distract you.
new customers
Yeah, I know.
receive 20 minutes for just
It's
$20.
distracting.
If that's not a sign, I
So
don't
yeah,
know
this
what
is the hour where if we
Right,
should
right, I
hard
got
out
it. Yeah, yeah.
5920.
Yeah. So you guys online listening,
Experience
just
the
know
joy
that
of
we'll be back
certainty at
in about a minute.
CaliforniaPsychics.com.
And I apologize for the
Get into
video
the holiday
and
spirit and listen
the
to
problems,
Philly's
but it is
official
what it is.
Christmas station, B101, for all the sounds of the season, from Mariah to the holiday classics.
It's the most wonderful.
Plus, keep
15
rocking around the
seconds
Christmas
to
tree no matter
intro.
where you are
To
with
intro.
B101 on the free Odyssey app. Turning your home into a winter wonderland? Ask your smart speaker to play B101 Philly. Enjoy the holiday season your way on the radio, on your smart speaker, and on the free Odyssey app.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. The Larry Steinhouse Show.
All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. We are broadcasting live from Investor Schooling headquarters right here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I am Larry Steinhouse. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling, and I'm here to make financial education fun and exciting for everyone, including you.
Me?
On this show, we discuss several ways of making more money. We concentrate on real estate investing, stock option trading, the stock market, and how to maximize your retirement funds. And you could call us anytime during the show at
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
And you could call with any questions about money, finances, or anything on your mind, even politics. We're also kind of live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. We're having some technical trouble. We figured out what it is. Unfortunately, we can't fix it today because we need a new part, but we don't have right now. But if you're watching on YouTube, just know that you can't see our faces today. I'm hoping that'll keep us live for as long as we can, but you can still leave comments. I'm here with my awesome co-host, and of course, Omri Morad, also known as the Immigrant.
Yes.
We also have our sweet producer, Glenn Page, ready to take your calls and put you on the air to discuss financials, real estate, stock market, and even politics. So give us a call at
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. Please stop me. 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137.
Omri's writing it down because he forgets the number.
855-939-1137.
So you know what I noticed, Deb? I noticed you don't laugh through him giving the phone number anymore.
Oh, you know what it is? Because I'm distracted.
Have you gotten so used to him giving the phone number that it's just not even that important?
No, I'm distracted because I have everybody seems to text me when I'm on the air. So my daughter texted this morning, my husband's texting me now, a tenant texted me earlier, and I'm like, so when I'm distracted,
No wonder you don't talk to anybody when you're on the show.
What are you talking? You guys when you guys are talking about something I'm not really interested in.
This doesn't have a microphone. Only this does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Right.
No, when you're talking about something I'm not incredibly interested in, then
You're not incredibly interested in?
Yeah, then I'll.
Everything we talk about, you should be interested in.
She just called us
Yes.
boring, very
I did
politely.
not call you boring.
That's
I
right.
just
It's
said-
exactly right. She
Very
called us boring.
politely, she called us
She called
boring.
us boring.
I didn't call you boring, and and I was having a discussion earlier about the whole the wholesaling thing.
So you want to talk about your stuff, but not about our stuff.
You're not boring, just not interested.
That's it. Thank
Right.
you very much, Glenn.
In other words, we're boring.
Yeah. So sometimes guys go off on tangents that I'm just not incredibly interested in.
Well, let me just finish this intro real quick.
Okay.
The Larry Steinhouse Show is brought to you by Investor Schooling and
Again, not really interested. No. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
This
I'm
hour
just
started
kidding.
very
I'm just
bad.
kidding.
She cut me right down. Like just right down, man.
Stop.
Wow.
Stop.
Well, I got to mute her microphone this time. Hey, where's Debbie? Debbie, mute. She's muted.
And
You're muted. Nobody can hear you.
And that's
The
from
Larry Steinhouse Show is brought to you by Investor Schooling. At Investor Schooling, we teach you things about money.
God, he muted me? Really?
I muted you. Yeah, I did. I muted you. You're still muted. Nobody.
That's so not cool. Would you please unmute me? I'll just keep taking Omri's mic. That is so not cool.
You're unmuted.
All right, thank you very much. Now I'll be quiet. Just so you can do the intro. Go ahead.
One day
Continue the intro.
there will be one working mic here, and we will all fight
Well,
over
all I
it.
know is we blew the intro, but
Mute you, Larry.
you can't mute me. You got to mute everybody. Remember that.
I gotta do it.
You can't mute
Do
me.
it. Do it.
Remember,
Do it,
Glenn.
Glenn.
You can't mute me. You can mute all of us at once. I can mute people. I can even mute you.
We need something stronger with Larry than a mute button. Sometimes we need a distraction button or
You know what we need? We need one of
something.
those automatic screens that come down, so it just kind of.
You need one of these like this.
Exactly.
No, like a screen to come down so you can't see you. You know what I mean? Like
You can't see me?
you, can't hear you.
All you have to do is close your eyes.
Yeah, I don't think it has the same effect.
No, exactly. I still see you when I close my eyes. Sometimes when I sleep,
What?
I
What
see
kind
you.
of dreams are you talking about there?
I know. I'm
Omri?
so confused that Omri's saying.
Again, it's the lady with the dirty mind, not the man. Sometimes
Listen, Omri.
I
You're
still
talking about seeing Larry.
listen. Sometimes
in your
at
dreams
night I still
when your
dream
eyes are
about.
closed. How was someone to respond to that?
I don't know. I just dream about him telling me to shut up in the night, and I don't know. I'm very. It's very weird because I am shut up because I'm sleeping, and I know why it's coming to me in the dreams.
I think it's very interesting that you see Larry when your eyes are closed. I think that's very interesting.
He's fully.
Make sure you stay on the other side of the table.
He's fully dressed.
I'm
Okay,
sure he is.
thank you. I appreciate it. How is that relevant to him? Bring kids to this conversation,
You were
right?
fully dressed.
I was gonna say it's because he was
Really?
fully dressed.
All right. So we actually have somebody on the line. We
Okay,
have.
good.
It looks like Gene. Gene, what's going on, man?
Hello.
Hey, Gene. How are you? It's Larry.
Okay, I'm fine. I just thought I was inspired by your last guest.
Oh, so Sterling. Yeah, Sterling is wonderful.
Yeah, it's a nice guy.
Yeah, I caught the end of it, and I was. He was talking about taxes, of course, and I thought, here's a question. It's not exactly real estate. It could be, but there was some kind of a tax that was proposed when people sold personal goods, and there was a threshold. I think it was a couple $1,000s or something that went untaxed. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was a 1099-K.
I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about at all, to be honest with you.
I know what 1099K is. It's not services, right? The N is the services, and then you have the K, which is like a person that sell, let's say, jewelry in a market. That's what you're talking about, right?
Well, what I'm talking about is what happens, let's say you're on eBay and you're selling stuff. Let's say you had like an estate and you're selling knickknacks and stuff like that.
Right.
And you sell quite a bit of stuff. And before, there was no income tax on that, ordinary income. It was just money, you know. And they got on this, government decided to charge tax, like income tax, on the profits that you make by selling online, PayPal.
Yep.
and Venmo and
Yep.
places
No,
like
I
that
understand
would
what you're talking about,
report.
Yeah, now
what
they're sending out
your-
1099s, all like Venmo and PayPal and eBay are sending out 1099s now for anything over $600.
So my question
Correct.
is,
That's it.
it should have been that way all along.
Correct.
Right? When I
Right.
get, for example, rent payment from my tenant in Venmo, I am categorize it as rental income.
Right.
So what changed?
Okay, so it's not what changed. It's what happened was the government was saying, "Hey, all these people are selling stuff on eBay." Now, when you if you were selling your own furniture, like you bought furniture, you used it, and then you sold it, that's not the same thing. But if you bought furniture, wholesale, and you bought it for $1,000 and you sold it for $1,500, you made a $500 profit. Technically, that's supposed to be taxed, so there's supposed to be income tax on that $500.
Of course.
So what most people were doing was, it was kind of like slipping under the carpet kind of thing, where nobody really cared. And then the government figured out, hey, listen, if eBay sends you a 1099 for all the things you sold, let's say it adds up to $30,000. Now you have a 1099. Now you have to go put that on your tax return and explain that $30,000 where it came from. How much of that you paid for. Let's say you made, let's say you bought $20,000 worth of furniture, and you sold it for $30,000. You have to make you made $10,000, and now you have to pay taxes on it. That's what they're looking at. And if they don't see it on your tax return,
but they know that eBay gave you a 1099,
right? There's possibly you're going to have an audit. Exactly, that's exactly right. So here's a funny thing too. Here's an interesting thing that it's almost the same loophole. So a lot of people in our industry, they're doing wholesaling, and they do wholesaling in a trust. So they buy the property in a trust, and they go to the title company, and then they sell the property in the trust, right? And there's a $10,000 profit.
Mm-hmm.
Who's supposed to pay the taxes on the $10,000?
The wholesaler.
The trust.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a bit of a loophole here because they're not getting 1099s sent to the trusts by the title company.
Yeah.
So I'm not telling you to avoid paying taxes doing this. I'm just telling you that that this has been coming up in states government to try to make sure that the 1099s are going out to the right people.
So I was in this situation before that I went to closing, and the wholesaler fee wasn't on the HUD.
Yeah.
And the title company refused to put it on the HUD,
which is wrong.
So I had to leave them, because they are worried that the wholesaler will pay only the 6%, which is not the 6%, the transfer tax,
right?
Basically, and not the full amount that he needs to pay.
Or even the transfer tax, yeah,
exactly.
Right.
So they take it out of the HUD, and you need to pay it according to a separate invoice directly.
You can do that too.
To the wholesaler,
do that too, but the title company shouldn't care. That's all I'm saying. So it's not unusual that you pay separately to the title company. To
the wholesaler, yeah.
All right, so Gene, so you had questions about that?
Yeah.
The $600, okay?
Yeah, well, I was going to get into a little more of a detail about how that thing works. And I have a collection of trains, model trains.
Oh, cool.
That I bought maybe 30 years ago.
Right.
Piecemeal. One of these, one of those, blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, you've amassed a large collection, and you're done with it, so you think, okay, I'll go on eBay and start getting the stuff sold and moved along. And there's a good chance you're going to get 10 cents on a dollar, let's say.
Right, sure.
And it's still going to come out to a amount of money, and they're going to send you this 1099 for making thousands of dollars when really you lost money.
Right.
And I just think it's kind
Yes. I realize that a lot of people would pay a lot of money for my mattress, but that's not the same thing. Now, I know Debbie's not listening because she didn't laugh.
I was looking at see what my schedule was like
on
Monday.
See, that would be Debbie would have burst out laughing if she heard that. So I just want to test her to see if Debbie's even paying attention.
Maybe she's looking on eBay to find your mattress.
But again, something like that, that's not what this was written. That's not what the law was written for.
But
I mean, you would tell your accountant, hey, listen, I got this 1099 from eBay. whatever I saw on my trains, and he would tell you to disregard it, or he would put it down inside your tax return. You wouldn't be paying taxes on that.
So I have a question, because if he sell his sofa, for example, realistically, it's a furniture. There is depreciation on the sofa.
Yeah, well,
so he can prove even if he have the receipt that he bought the sofa 5 years ago, the sofa already depreciated itself.
Well, if he bought the sofa for $1,000,
yeah,
and he used it for 5 years and then sold it for $3,000, technically he's supposed to pay taxes on the $2,000.
More, closer to the tree because of the depreciation of the sofa.
It's not depreciation. It's not like
no.
You're not depreciating your sofa on your tax return.
Okay,
that's not the same thing. But it's not. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the same thing. It's. I wouldn't worry about it. Basically, is what I'm trying to say, Gene. If you do get a 1099, show it to your accountant and say, "Hey, listen, what do I do with this?"
Right. Well, it could be a big figure, but in the whole scene, you'd be saying, I paid $10,000 for this stuff over a period of time.
Yeah.
I was lucky I got $3,000 to $5,000
exactly.
on eBay, and you shouldn't have to pay income tax on that at all.
Absolutely.
Because you bought the stuff with
Absolutely.
money that you paid tax on.
Absolutely.
And it's really, but you have to have receipts to prove all
No,
of that.
no, you don't.
No,
you don't. They're not going to audit you because you sold your trains. Trust me. That's not what they're going to audit you for.
Well. It just seems like if you can't account for where that money came from, you're going to have to pay income tax on it.
So this is where the media once again scares people to death. You don't need. You don't. It's not that important. In the grand scheme of life, it's not that important. What they're doing is they're saying, listen, the people that were selling stuff on eBay have an eBay business. Somehow they were being able to avoid taxes. We're going to make that not happen anymore. So that's all. It doesn't apply to this case. You'll be fine. But by the way, you got a whole bunch of trains. Are they HO or N gauge? What do you got?
All the gauges. I got O, I got HO,
really?
And I got N.
You got a bunch of lino?
Yeah. Well, actually, I went one step above that. I went with the O scale, which was like brass, locomotives, steam engines, and stuff like that.
Once again, we've went from a financial
nice.
show to a train show.
Well, you need to understand this is cool stuff.
All right.
Train.
So Larry has a bunch of trains, and he keeps getting stuff. Did you ever cancel your subscription?
Yeah, but I used to have a lot of trains. I used to set up trains in my basement and really cool stuff. But
And the more stuff on them, electronic sound and
that's
things
why
like
that's
that.
why they
And
don't
a lot
work.
of people. Well, it depends if you run them or you just look at them.
Yeah.
But that was my question, and I know they changed it last year, I think, because it used to be thousands of dollars, and then they lowered it to $600.
So now what you're going to do is you're going to sell all your trains, and you're going to come to Investor Schooling, and I'm going to teach you what to do with all that money to make all that money back.
Oh, man, it's not going to be enough money for that.
You never know, man. You don't need a lot.
It all depends, I'm not good at selling stuff. I'm better at buying things for some reason.
I do find that easier. All right, Gene, we appreciate you. Take care. Hopefully you'll stop by one day. Investor Schooling, you'll come by and see us.
Please do.
Yeah, I want to meet you. You're really an interesting guy.
Well, you can meet all three of us. We're all interesting.
Yeah, that's true. There's just a certain thing.
I know I'm the most interesting. I get it.
Omri's over here lifting up his shirt and showing his belly, so I don't know. Maybe Omri's in the running now.
All right, Gene. Take care.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
See ya.
microphone.
Mm-hmm. No, not the microphone, but aside from the microphone. I am a bit tired, yeah. I don't know why.
You don't know why?
No
Well, we
reason.
were in Vegas all week, so we had jet lag. That's part of it.
Yeah, you guys keep going away without me. Like, it's not fair.
We'll
that
take
you guys,
I'm taking you next time because I don't want to take him anymore.
Because I'm
He
telling
snores.
You guys always seem to have a blast.
Excuse me?
And then you leave me.
Blame me for snoring.
I was the one snoring. I get it.
My God.
Like I said, you guys go out and you have a blast, and then I'm
No,
left
we
alone
both-
with
we-
all the whatever's going on here. They're like, "Hey, Deb, what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, everybody's away." But come
Why
on,
you
see
can't
me.
be supportive? I always support you when you go alone, and I'm very happy for you. Why can't you be supportive?
I'm just making a joke. Why are you getting so upset?
I'm getting upset because
Why are you getting upset?
I don't know. It doesn't look like a joke from your side.
Okay, Omri. I'm just last time we went all to Boston.
To Boston?
We had a blast.
We
the
had
three
a
of us.
blast,
That's
I
what I'm
know.
saying.
We did. We had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like include me. And then,
Santana.
we'll have a
But the
blast.
problem is we can't do it all the time because somebody's got to stay back and and babysit our students.
Correct.
I'm sorry, did I
And-
say babysit?
Yeah, and that's usually me for some reason.
No.
Why is it that? Maybe that's a sex thing because I'm a woman and I have to do the babysitting. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's not where I was going.
But that's what you said.
That's not what I said. I said usually when you babysit.
No, I get it. Sometimes it comes out of you, the idea that you believe that again it's a war-dominated world. The way to change that is by you, not by all the other.
Okay, we're going in a direction that
I don't even know what he's talking about.
No.
I don't know where you're going with this.
No. We keep saying that.
No, all we were saying is that somebody has to babysit the students, and I'm like, and that's usually me.
It shouldn't be you because you're a woman. It's because you're so good in running investor schooling.
Is that what it
Don't
is?
go to the woman thing.
Okay, I'm so good at running investment.
And there are enough successful women. There are enough successful women if you look out there. Believe me.
I know, but we weren't even going there. It's interesting. I did one of our students reach because Larry was sick last Thursday.
Yeah.
Or Thursday, and so I ended up doing a quick presentation, and one of the students reached out to me. She goes, "This is exactly what I was looking for, and this is so what I needed, and thank you." She was a student already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I thought it was really nice of her to reach out.
Yeah,
Very sweet of her.
so